Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video where we'll be covering the top 10 best weapons pack-a-punched in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. If you aren't the channel, make sure to like, subscribe and turn the notification bell on to be notified for more. So for out of the way guys, it's going to be a no-nonsense video. Let's get straight into the list and let's get right into the video. Now our first weapon on the list is the M1911. The M1911 has been around for a very long time. It has almost been in every single Zombies mod since World at War. Now, when you upgrade the M1911, it becomes the Pain. Gone are the days of the Mustang Sallies, now they're just called the Pain and Suffering if you have the dual-wielded version. The pistols upgraded at tier 3 does a lot of damage and can kill very fast with critical shots. Unfortunately, this gun doesn't do that well when it gets to higher rounds. If you shoot for the body instead, go for the head. You can get dual-wielded M1911s, which are a lot of fun to use, and when you do an upgrade them, they are called the Pain and Suffering and have a lot of rounds in the magazine and can kill zombies pretty quickly on those kind of lower rounds. It's a good gun to build points with, as in this game the point system kind of works where the more damage output you have, the more points you're likely to obtain through that round. Now this spot was pretty hard to fill as I was unsure about using the Milano or the MP5, but instead I went for the Milano as it has a slow rate of fire, making it easier to hit those headshots. This gun can't be bought off the wall, but I am not too sure if this is the case though. Upgrading this weapon to become legendary and pack-a-punching 3 times with this weapon will become very powerful due to its slow rate of fire and how accurate it actually is. Against a megaton zombie, it doesn't do particularly good against it during the late rounds, but overall a particularly fun weapon to use as there's not very many SMGs in the series that are actually really good fun to use, so it's nice to have one that actually is pretty damn fun to use. Coming in at our number 8 spot, we have the Dimitar. Now, I really have probably butchered his name already, but the Dimitar is very similar to the RK5 from Black Ops 3 and the Garrison from Black Ops 4, where it's a 3-round burst pistol that can also be dual-wielded like the M1911. This gun is alright at the higher rounds when fully pack-a-punched. When dual-wielding, it becomes even more powerful, but against the Megaton zombie boss, it doesn't do too great like the Milano. Surprisingly, the pistols are actually a lot of fun to use throughout the die machine. Now, I am unsure if this gun can be bought off the wall, but it's a very common within the box, so it's not too hard obtaining it. You can buy it off the wall, I'm pretty sure maybe somewhere down underground somewhere, I am not too sure. So if anyone finds out where it is bought, please leave it in the comment section below and let us know. But the Dimitar is actually not a bad weapon. If you attach a ammo mod to it like Deadwire or even the Napalm, it could surprisingly be a really good weapon that could hold up to like the RK5 from Black Ops 3 when you had Deadwire on that weapon too. Now coming in at our number 7 spot, we have the Hour. The Hour is like the Gallow's little brother, but it's also on steroids. The Hour is a pump action shotgun which holds just a few more rounds than the Gallow itself, but it's also as powerful against normal zombies. It holds its own against the boss zombie. Pair that with the Ring of Fire and you have yourself a shotgun that can get you to those high rounds without faltering or becoming weak. Most zombie mods that have the pump shotgun don't do particularly well in the higher rounds, but since the Howard's entered the series, that's a bit of a breath of fresh air and a reminder not to sleep on this gun. It can be bought from the wall inside Nocturne Tone on the bottom floor, which also makes it even better. Now, when you buy it off the wall on the bottom of Nath, it's a common variant, but you can upgrade it to be a legendary variant using scrap metal, and given the fact that it's pretty much a one-shot at point-blank range, the Howard, you can very easily find yourself giving a lot of scrap and gaining a lot of scrap and high common materials when using this weapon to allow you to upgrade to legendary and pack-a-punch it 3 times as well, which makes this Howard easily set our number 7 spot pretty comfortably. Now coming in at our number 6 spot, we have the FAMAS. FAMAS last appeared in Shockwave back in Black Ops 3, where it was an amazing weapon to use. The FFAR, as it's called, still holds true to Cold War. The FAMAS is a high damage output machine which will help you gain points quickly and efficiently. Headshot multiplier on this weapon is extremely high, helping you gun down hordes of zombies quickly, and the FFAR holds its own against the Megaton zombie. Even when it splits, you'll still kill it ridiculously quick. The FFAR stands strongly aside other ARs like the M16 and the AUG. There isn't a wall wipe for this weapon unfortunately, so you will have to pull it out of the box, but it can be hard to obtain as it can be rare depending on how lucky you are getting this weapon. That's just particularly for me. I struggled to get this gun out of the box when I'm trying to get gameplay for it, or even just trying to use it and see what it was like. It was very hard to obtain. Now, I'm not sure if it's just because it's quite a rare weapon. It is a really good weapon to use, as when you do get it, put some ammo attachments like the Dead Wire, Napalm, or the Nova one, and the gun will hold its own pretty damn well. Coming in at number 5 spot, we have the M16. The M16 was a staple weapon of Black Ops 1, and when Pack-a-Punched, it became the Skull Splitter, and this name still holds true to this day for Black Ops Cold War. When this gun hasn't been papped, it's a 3-round burst which will one-burst zombies like it's nothing when shooting for the head. It's a whole different story when the M16 is fully Pack-a-Punched, and it then becomes a 6-round burst AR, which we've never had before, and compared to its counterpart in Black Ops 1, which was a full auto and came with a grenade launcher attachment, the Skull Splitter for Cold War doesn't need all of that, as it holds its own when it comes to high rounds, which is very much viable for this weapon. I mean, just the other day their Syndicate managed to get to 115 using the M16 and a particular strategy with it. Against the Megaton zombie, it does a decent amount of damage, but pair it with a dead shot and this weapon will help you get to around 100 in no time. You can also use the Ring of Fire paired with dead shot, which would be an insane combo, which Ring of Fire boosts your weapon by 5 times its current damage, which makes it even more powerful. And given the fact that the M16 does a hell of a lot of damage, you can imagine this weapon will go through rounds like nothing. Wouldn't be a top 10 list without an LMG on this list. Coming out at number 4 spot, we have the Stoner. The Stoner, which has never been in zombies until now, the Stoner is an extremely powerful LMG which will destroy hordes of zombies with its ridiculously high ammo count, allowing you to keep firing for almost 5 to 10 seconds each clip when fully Pack-a-Punched. You have around 160 bullets in one magazine, so this weapon isn't that bad when it comes to high rounds, but will hold its own against the Megaton boss. Overall, a fun LMG to use, and you don't even run slower even with stamina. Now you do run a little slower, but compared to the M60 and other LMGs like the RPD, it's got a pretty quick high reload time where you can reload cancel about halfway through and still gain the full magazine after reloading, which is really helpful, as with an LMG you don't want to spend more of your time reloading than shooting. And even with the Megaton boss, it still does a lot of damage. Pair that with an ammo mode and Ring of Fire, you can imagine this weapon being a contender for the number 4 spot, and makes sense for it being higher than the M16 because overall it's just a ridiculous weapon to use. Now we're into the top 3 best upgraded weapons in Black Ops Cold War. As you expected, coming at a number 3 spot is the Gallow. The Gallow, otherwise known as the Spas 12, is a semi-auto shotgun which will deal a tremendous amount of damage even when you're in the 60s to 80s rounds. Shotgun, like I mentioned before in this video, is like the Howard's older brother, where it's better in every single department currently. Gallow absolutely destroys the Megaton boss in lower rounds, and even when it splits into Megaton bombers, it's even easier to kill them with the Gallow, even when it's off the wall too. But in the higher rounds paired with the Ring of Fire, it'll wipe it off the map in seconds for the Megaton boss, and zombies will not stand a chance with it. Gallow full upgraded is a great weapon for building points. When it comes to the point system, you are rewarded for every kill, not every shot. You want a gun that will kill fast and doesn't waste bullets. Gallow is perfect for building points for those higher rounds, which makes it really good paired with Dead Wire or the Napalm mod attachments. Even with Elemental Pop, you're easily going to fly through rounds like it's nothing due to how good the Gallow actually is. Now coming in at number 2 spot, we have the Shockwave. Now, I know we haven't covered any of the upgrades for this weapon. I still don't think they're that amazing compared to the Shockwave, which is actually the base version of this weapon. The Shockwave is amazing for those high round attempts, as it has unlimited ammo, as you can use the suck function for this weapon. It works extremely well when paired with the NAC penthouse strategy. It may take 2 shots to kill a group of zombies, but it will charge a Ring of Fire once you have no ammo left in it, making it easier to suck zombies up once you have a Ring of Fire down. A great wonder weapon which fits perfectly for Die Machine map. And this Shockwave, many people are going to be surprised the fact it's number 2 spot, and it's not going to be the Electric Bolt mod. The reason why I didn't choose the Electric Bolt mod is that it becomes significantly weaker as rounds go by, and especially in the higher rounds, it's not that viable. I've used it before for higher rounds and it's not that good at all. You're slowed down when using it. Even with stamina up at tier 3, you're still very slow when using it, and it doesn't do that particularly great damage in the 60s to high 80s. Now coming in at our number 1 spot, we have the Reagan. I can imagine all of you watching this video now could have guessed that the Reagan would have placed here. It's amazing after all these years of it being okay and kind of a below average, it is finally back to how it used to be back in World at War. The Reagan does around 12 to 15,000 damage per shot. When doing the Nacht Penthouse strategy, it will help you fly through those rounds and you'll get to round 100 in about under 2 hours. Reagan is also amazing at dealing with the Megaton boss, as a critical hit will chunk it through its health, killing it almost instantly. Now when doing the Nacht Penthouse strategy and you use your Ring of Fire, the Reagan gets buffed 5 times to its current damage. Imagine when you upgrade the Reagan 3 times to tier 3 for the Pack-a-Punch, you get a Megaton zombie in your Ring of Fire, it goes through it almost instantly and the Megaton bombers do not stand a chance as well. So guys, that has been the top 10 best Pack-a-Punch weapons in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. If you aren't at the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn the notification bell on to be notified of when I do go and upload a video. I also have a Discord where you can chat to the community and myself included about Cold War Zombies and what's to come. Follow me on Twitter at 2basic, and with all that out of the way guys, I'll see you all next time.